right as it got right in front of my bedroom window, the tornado stopped. And literally God said, "You will see the storm, but you will not be harmed, touched, nor affected by it. Take note." He said, "Take note of your surroundings." And I'm sitting here, and I start to realize in this dream, it was the craziest thing, that the tornado is right in front of me, but I don't feel the wind. I don't hear anything. I'm not touched, I'm not harmed, I'm not affected, nothing. Press play on the dream. The tornado continued on, and I woke up. And I wrote it all down, and I was like, wow, I think that was a God dream. So I'm writing it all down. The next night, I'm about to go to bed. I'll walk into my room, and I'm not kidding, you can call me crazy, but wait till the end of the story before you say I'm crazy. I walk into my room, and I literally hear God say, "Go sleep on the couch." I'm thinking, what the? Did I just hear God say go sleep on the couch? Because I think that's kind of weird, but I think I'm just going to go sleep on the couch. So, because I had been asking him, I said, "God, I want you to train my ear in the small things, so when the big moments come, I will be able to hear." So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to go sleep on the couch. So I go and I sleep on my couch that night, and I'm honestly thinking, I don't know, I'm just going to trust it, I go to sleep that night. At 5 in the morning, I get woken up. This is just this past September, by policemen banging on my door screaming, "Get out of the house, get out of the house." I wake up, I'm in my pajamas, I'm like running out of the house, literally running down the street in Tennessee, literally like a crazy person. And I turn around and my heart stopped because I see flames like huge, like it was crazy. Like even just the sight of it just kind of made you go like, whoa. The flames were huge. Literally, from the sight I had, it looked like it was just like my whole bedroom was gone. Everything was just done. And I thought, whoa, I'm pretty sure that was God who told me to sleep on the couch. The crazy thing, though, is, as I'm sitting here, I'm looking at the fire, my mouth is just dropping, tears are streaming down my face, just because it was just so massive. The firemen ran up to me, they said, "Oh my gosh, you won't believe, I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this. Is that your bedroom window over there?" I said, "Yeah." They said, the fire was coming straight to the bedroom window, and it looked as if a hand stuck a hand right in front of your window and pushed the fire away. Not one flame touched your house. Not one ash mark is on your house. It's fine. I'm like, woo! Crazy thing is, my friend that lived a mile down the road, she texted me if everything was okay. She said she could smell smoke at our house. I said, "Everything's fine, we're about to go in the house." I walk in the house, and my house smelled like cinnamon rolls. Didn't even smell like smoke. It was not harmed. It was not touched. It was not affected. That's God. That's God. This has honestly been the craziest year of my life. September, the fire. October literally was an hour. I was in a shooting. I was an hour away from a bombing going off in Mogadishu, Somalia. Got chemically burned on my hand. Insane stuff happened. Every single place I went, a disaster struck. Every single place. But January 1st of last year, guess what I asked God? I said, "God, make Psalms 46 my verse of this year. I want to be fearless. I want to go from having an even if mentality to an even when mentality. I don't want to just say, if the storm comes, I'll be afraid." No, even when it happens, I will not fear. My first reaction, may it be a reflection of what you've done in me. God, may every single time I walk out of my house in confident trust, may it be a reflection of the freedom that I've found in you, God. Yeah. God, make me a fearless woman. But then, what happens when he makes you fearless? You say, "Make me a fearless leader, God." Yes. And when you lead from a place of peace and power and praise. There's a confidence in your step and a freedom in your voice. That's what he's done for me. And now, if anybody tried to question my faith, if anybody tried to laugh at me or make fun of me, I literally would not matter at all because of all the things he's shown me and done in me. He has literally been every single thing I needed him to be this year. But I had to ask. So girls my age, don't wait. Moms, grandmas, it's never, start now, ask. He'll speak, but then you gotta listen. I always say, what I've learned this year is what it means to have reverence to God. But even more than that, I've learned what it means when you have willingness to match your reverence. Yeah. Because when you fall down on your knees and you ask God for things, He's gonna speak, but then it's up to you to be fearless enough to say yes and step into those places. Ask God this year, for 2018, for my word to be wholehearted. This word is so big. There's so many layers to it. But something really cool about this word wholehearted is one of the synonyms for the word means unqualified. I thought, that's so awesome. Because you don't have to be qualified to be wholehearted. You don't have to be qualified for God to call you. You just have to say yes. God called David, who was literally carrying cheese. He wasn't even in the army, and he got put in to fight Goliath. God called Mary, who was a virgin. He called Rahab, who was a prostitute. He called Joshua and Caleb, who were in the generation of the fearful people who looked at those giants and said, no way, and they said, oh yeah, my God can. He called all these people that are no different than you and me. They just said yes. So I believe that God is going to show Himself to our generation when our generation decides to say yes and ask Him to show Himself.
Yes.
So what I'm asking is for y'all to say yes. For y'all to say yes. For y'all to become fearless and then become fearless leaders. Because I believe change is happening daily. And it's all happening from people's decision to say yes and rise up. I'm going to go back to something because I really feel strongly in this. This is kind of random. But whenever I was telling the story about the tsunami, I just want to go into that just a little bit deeper. Because I think that maybe sitting down here today, you may feel like actually 3 different versions of that story. One, you may be sitting here and you may be thinking, I'm the friend who's awake. I'm the friend who's awake. I know all this stuff. I know where the safe place is. I know that God is good, but you haven't woken your friends up yet. Because you're kind of just nervous what they're going to think. You're kind of just nervous. Are they going to take me seriously? Are they going to think I'm just afraid? Knock that off. Wake your friends up. Be confident in what you know to be true. Wake them up. You may feel like the friend that's asleep. You may not know. And that's okay. I feel like maybe after this meeting you probably do know. But I would encourage you to ask somebody beside you. Ask your mom, ask your grandma, ask your friend. Let's start a community here. Don't just leave here and say it's over. Leave here and take what you've gotten and do it. Apply it. But I also feel like there's one more thing that we didn't really touch on. You may feel like the alternative. You may feel like right now you're like, Sadie, listen, the wave hit. And let me tell you, I was not ready. You may be sitting there thinking, my life is total flood ground. My life is literally chaos. I'm looking around. I don't recognize anything. I don't even know where I am. My foot is not planted on the ground right now, and I don't know what to do. And if that's you, I'm going to ask you to do something that might be kind of scary. And I literally believe that might even just be one person in this room, but I think that it's worth it to stop because I believe that the rescue boats are us. We got to save them. We got to go get them. We got to pray. We got to cover. We got to speak peace. And so if you feel like that, and I know this is a vulnerable moment, I understand that this is hard and this may be awkward and you may be sitting there and your heart is literally out of your chest, your legs are currently going numb and you're like, oh God, why'd you have to go there? But I want to go there because I don't feel like it's right for any single person to be left in the flood. Or any single person to be left in the chaos feeling like I don't know what to do. And that doesn't mean you don't know Jesus. That doesn't mean you don't know where the safe place is. That just means you just don't quite know how to get there right now. I'm going to be honest with you. 3 weeks ago, the week my book came out, whenever publicly everything seems like such a success, privately I was in the flood. I was in the chaos. I was having a hard week. And I just didn't really know what to do. Because I'm supposed to be strong. I can't be attacked right now, no. Like, I'm supposed to be strong right now. And it was so beautiful, the timing, that I was able to go to the IF conference that same week. And I was able to be there. And I honestly almost backed out because I was so emotional. I'm thinking, I'm going to be a wreck. I don't even need to be in front of people right now. This is going to be embarrassing. But I decided to go. And guess what? I was a wreck. And I did cry almost the whole time. And it was not embarrassing. Because when I cried and when I just told some of my friends and some people who weren't even my friends what was going on, those women, oh, let me tell you, did they cover me. And they came after me, and they got me out. And it doesn't even matter if you've been in this chaos for one day. One day is too long. If you need help, if you need prayer right now, can I just ask you if you would just raise your hand? It can literally just be a simple prayer you need. Maybe there's a situation that's just gotten a little bit too chaotic. Thank you. Thank you for raising your hand. I know it's vulnerable. Thank you. I know there's so many of you. You feel like you're in a flood. It's chaotic. That's okay. Thank you. Now, if you're sitting by somebody who's raised their hand, can we just take a moment and can we just pray over our friends? Would you pray out loud and would you begin to speak peace over them? And just gather up. Yes, I see hands everywhere. If you would just get with your friends and pray over these women. Go ahead and feel free to be honest about what you're going through. This is what this is all about. You see, because here's the thing. This conference isn't going to go with you, but your friends are. God is. So right now, can we just acknowledge that? And thank you, thank you. Yeah, just keep praying. And I'm just going to pray over the house as we have this moment. God, I thank you so much. God, I thank you for the women right now who are so honest to raise their hand. God, we understand that you didn't say the storms wouldn't come. You didn't say the attacks wouldn't happen. You didn't say that any of this wouldn't happen. So God, we just acknowledge that even though it is happening, you're still good. You're still God. God, I thank you for the women you're bringing to surround these women right now. God, would they just speak truth into their lives? Would they cover them with peace? And with the goodness of who you are, God. God, I pray that they would begin to let go of chains that they've held on for years, God. God, maybe it's something they thought that they could never get rid of, but God, in an encounter, just one encounter with you right now in this moment, it's fallen at the feet. No more. No more. God, would you just help these women to rise up? Be strong in your name. Be strong for their families. Be strong for their husbands. Be strong for their kids. Even when they feel like they can't, God, would they just find their strength in you? We thank you so much, God. Thank you so much. I'm going to read a psalm as y'all are praying, because in Ephesians 5 it says, speak to each other in psalms and hymns and praises. And I just think it's so encouraging. Psalms 91. This is the shelter we get to go to. Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. He is the God in whom I trust. Surely today He's going to save you. He's going to cover you with His feathers, and under His wing today you're going to find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield. You will not fear any more the terror of the night, nor the arrows that fly by day, nor the stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. It won't come near you. I just feel so strongly to speak over your life that God's got your families. You're strong, but He's stronger. And He's the strength in you and the father of your home. You daughters can be confident in who your father is. I thank you so much for letting me spend this time today. I know that was a serious note, and I know we got to laugh a lot today. But guys, I hope that today you walk away not feeling sorry, but feeling encouraged and feeling strengthened and feeling like these women who surrounded you are going to walk with you. Girl, I love you. I love you. You're so sweet. You have the kindest eyes. Love you guys. I hope we meet